This is where we came into MGM. All waiting for the tour of MGM.
And we have over 160 scattered throughout the Disney properties. Next, we'll be entering one of the most glamorous departments of the studio, our costuming. An all-time favorite, Julie Andrews and Mary Poppins. This dress is 25 years old this year. Michael Jackson and Captain EO, and the co-stars of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We have over 100 talented artists who design and produce costumes for our live entertainment, television, and motion picture needs. Walt Disney World is the largest working wardrobe in the world and prop department. This is where we store and maintain all this equipment until it is needed on the set. Network crews often use our equipment when they're down here filming the space. Carpenters begin constructions on a set that is later finished on the sound stage. A standing set is a set that gets used over and over unless, of course, Kim would happen to run through it and it would be a falling set. Homes are facades only, shells of a house. But the real estate agents love this street because it's always an open house. Herbie the Love Bug is our only resident. Everyone say hi, Herbie. Hey, Herb. He's parked in front of Vern's house from Ernest Sake's Christmas. Looks like he stood up the acting bug. You know what I mean, Herb? Filmmakers call this street Anywhere USA because depending on where you place your camera, you're home. You're in any city or town. Coming up on your left is Beige House. I know a lot of you folks are going to recognize that. That's the home of the Golden Girls. One of the many exterior shots here on our residential street. The actual taping of the show is in a soundstage in Burbank, California. Next to that, it looks like production designers have been busy with the last house on the left, adding props and dressing to give it that lived-in look. Notice the frisbee on the roof, the newspaper, the doghouse, the Hot Wheel, the flag. You'd be amazed how these little details add so much to movie making. Up ahead of us is our urban counterpart to Residential Street, but we're going to visit that in a few moments. Take a look at our backlot church here on the left. On this side, it could fit a small town as a country church. Then as Kim turns the corner, look at the front of it. It could fit any big city row. It could also be a library. The backlot in Burbank, California got its beginning in the late 50s when Walt Disney produced it. They were used in a filming for Superstar Television. The Ugly Dragons, they were used in a show out at Epcot called Kaleidoscope. Now this is the beginning of our backyard. The studio calls it a boneyard. We tend to hang on to everything because we might use them again in another production. Whenever we'll use those dragons, I haven't any idea, but they'll hold on to them. Well, they got that big old tanker in here. Boy, I know they didn't let Kim drive it in. There's no way. Like I said, Kim's going to stop, let us take a look around. Since they're not filming, you can use your video cameras and your regular cameras if you like. The brakes work. Wait a minute, Kim. It sounds like they're getting ready to do a shoot. What you got me into? Okay, folks, we're going to be in the movies. Just please remain seated, hold on to your kids, and watch. Call this Catastrophe Canyon. All clear. Enough water to fill 10 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Now, when those gates open, that's actually the flash flood. Then tucked up in there, you'll see those green air cannons. Okay, they shoot 275 gallons of water over 100 feet. And on your way out, you're going to see pump 1 and 2.
What is that? Oh, big I don't need to come to Florida to take pictures. I'll get it there.
Now these sets we're getting ready to go in, all these buildings are like the houses on Residential Street. They are facades with one big difference. These are made of fiberglass and styrofoam. And they're sprayed with just a light coat of cement. And then they're aged to make them look like they've been around for years. 100 miles an hour wind. Oh, well, Kim, you forgot to bring your laundry in. If you look to your right, that's Kim's laundry.
You promised not to tell everybody it was mine.
I told you to take it in last night before you went home.
I'm sorry. I'll get it next time around.
Okay. The closer we get to the skyscraper, you're going to realize they are painted flat. This is an old movie trick called forced perspective. It makes the buildings look taller than what they actually are. But from the other end of the street to the camera lens, they look like the real thing. When you get your film developed, you'll see what I'm saying. As Kim turns the corner and we go by the the skyscrapers, look at the mailbox, how tall and slim it is, and the stoplight, and how the street lights keep getting smaller and smaller. The real Empire State Building is over 100 stories high. Ours is just a little over 4 stories. Now, coming up on your left, you'll see the original Wait a minute, I see what he's trying to do. That's Jessica and Roger Rabbit's escape near Zoom. We're going to get steam cleaned. If there's any towns on board, please remain seated. Now, coming up on your left, we only film what the camera can see. Now, you're probably wondering, well, if they're actually making a film here, they're going to see right through these windows and see there's nothing behind them. What they do is they put a black cloth to block these views out. Set decorators spent months just to find the right props to bring these streets to life and the buildings. Like the taxi cab over there, the mailbox, the appliance store, even that newspaper vending machine, bicycles. With the right props, vehicles, and vehicle designs, you can make these buildings and streets look like any city across the country. But now you're probably saying, well, what about the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building? Hey, we can take those down if your movie does not take place in New York City. We can easily remove them.
What's that like? That's fun. How about you, hon? See what it costs. All the adults are chicken today. What's going on? Hey, what? Close your eyes. Woo! Always ran like that. You think that? At that age, yes. Anybody over here? What's up? Cool down? What's up? You guys do remember what was said? I appreciate it. He does. You don't remember what wasteback was? Oh, I like that expression on wasteback. You don't remember what wasteback was? Don't you think you're really neat and clean at home? Don't wear with that frown on that face real fast then. Why don't you? You don't like cleaning, Careful, you say something bad. Remember Pinocchio. And I got connections. I know how to make somebody look. Well, no, really. How about you? Keep your room neat and clean at home? Pretty much so. True. Oh, you just heard that expression from someone else. What you might try sometime, just as a suggestion, you don't have to do it. Just might come in handy. Whether it's a mom, whatever, whoever has to do it, whether it's really good. Go home sometime, get your teeth together, clean your room. Don't you come get up, clean your room. It's free. She'll love
On an actual tugboat. And my other assistant Lisa is probably a lifestyle volunteer. Hi sir, what's your name? Bob, it's been real nice knowing you. Bob, step back here with Lisa. Step inside and spin the wheel of misfortune. And while Bob's getting all set, we're going to recreate a stormy ocean scene using some of these heavy-duty mechanical effects. Hey Bob? Bob, you may want to put your hood up. And tie it tight. Trust me on this one. Now our scene begins when our lockup is rocked, simulating movement on the high seas. And since this is a violent storm, Lisa, really shake him up here. Just remember, Khalif, our skip calls for our pilot to take a wave over the port side. Skipper, I hope you can swim because here it comes. Now what you just seen is a classic storm effect, just like we would do it in the movies. Of course, in the movies, we always do more than one take. Hey, Skipper, ready for take two? No. What do you folks think? Take two? Yeah! Sorry, Skipper.
Round the guy.
Now to make this scene a little more believable, I'm going to add some wind. Khalifa's going to add the rain. Lisa's going to add some movement, and you folks are going to add the sound. On the count of three, I need you folks to yell real loud. Now, ready? 1, 2, 3. Great, great. Cut. Hey, that's a take. Suspecting volunteer from our audience. Hi, sir. What's your name?
John Brown.
John, you're going to be Captain John Duck, commander of the USS Totally Sinkable in our action-packed adventure, All Hands on Deck. Now, Captain, while on patrol in the deepest, darkest regions of our special effects tank, you spot an enemy battleship off in the distance. Over this way, Captain, and you run a torpedo right through our midship. Fire torpedo. Oh, great shot. Unfortunately, it was one of ours. Oh, no, not looking good, Captain. Everybody to jump on deck, Captain, deck! I'm glad that's over with. More engine, look out! Now, Captain, looks like we survived the air attack. Although we'll look up on the horizon. There's torpedoes coming in from every direction. They're getting closer and closer. Captain, you're ready to attack! Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at your overhead monitors. Once again, you'll see Captain Duck's explosive performance and super.
Our computer control camera is making the vehicle fly. And cut. Good deal. Can you set up with the second shot, Carolyn? Okay, guys, we gotta talk. Remember, this is a huge, oversized bumblebee, and you're flying on it back at 200 miles an hour. Life and death situation. You can hit a clothesline at any minute. You guys are smiling. I need you to show me some fear, some real terror, okay? This time I want you to act like it's falling off, and I want you to reach down and grab his arm and save his life, okay? Okay, ready? And action! Oh, this is great! Oh, look, she's saving his life. This is so exciting. And cut! In the original movie, all of these elements were shot and assembled on film. Today we're using video text so that you can see the results immediately. Watch your monitors and you'll see how this thing would look at the movies.
here in the store at 5. Unless we're done eating. Then we'll miss you in the afternoon.
To use. The building ahead and to the right is the parachute facility, where the solid rocket boosters' parachutes are cleansed and packed in their flight casings. The parachutes unfin in 1966 and have been operating continuously ever since. Because the center is an operational launch base, there are times when portions of the tour are changed. Variations to the tour itinerary usually occur just before a scheduled launch. In some cases, buses are rerouted to permit visitors to view a launch as part of their tour.
The letter on the side of the lunar module could never support the weight of a fully spacesuited astronaut on Earth. But in lunar gravity, a 200-pounder man would only weigh a little over 30 pounds. Neil Armstrong was the first to use the lunar module ladder on the first moon landing, July 20, 1969. Moon plates, temperature variations, and cosmic particles hitting the moon.
Him going over there and astronaut.
And each space camp was powered by a nuclear electric generator.
Hold the plate.
Data was relayed to Earth for years before the equipment was turned off from Earth. It be turned on again whenever more information is
Want
needed.
that one there?
The large umbrella-shaped antenna acted as a transmitting and receiving relay station between mission control on
Get
Earth
that one
and
there.
medic work on the lunar surface. In order to work on the moon, each astronaut was outfitted in a heavy spacesuit with life support systems in his backpack. Without that suit, a man could never survive the vacuum of space, deadly solar radiation, and temperatures in hundreds of degrees. Moving about in heavy spacesuits was restricted, but the lower lunar gravity was helpful. At the end of each exploration, the crew would blast off in the upper half of the lunar module the ascent.